Ram Ram bhai log, kya haal chal hai? Hope everyone's doing well. I don't know if you can see this, but I got the most hilarious injury last couple of days. I have this band-aid right on the top of my head because I'll tell you a funny story to start the episode. तो मैं 2-3 दिन पहले घर पे I was in my garage and I was cleaning out like the cobwebs from the corners सीढ़ी पे चढ़ के, and I accidentally put my hand on like एक कुछ there's a storage unit वहां पे, उस पे मैंने हाथ रखा, and that storage unit basically collapsed, and there was a big metal box that fell right on the top of my head, boom, and it fell on my head. I got a concussion and I fell off the ladder. मैं ladder से भी नीचे गिरा, and then I was concussed the entire day, and then रात को मैं सोया, सुबह उठा, I was feeling fine, so I said चलो I'll go to judo. So in the evening, Tuesday evening, I went to judo. And they were doing newaza. Newaza means basically jujitsu. So they were doing judo's version of jujitsu. And जिसके साथ मैं roll कर रहा था, he was trying to choke me. तो यहाँ पे मेरे को चोट लगी हुई है. There's a small cut there where the box hit. So he was trying to choke, and I was trying to fight the hands, obviously.
फुहारा निकल गया इधर से.
So he was in the back. So he was in a back mount. And he was trying to choke. I was trying to fight the hands, but there was pressure on my neck, not enough to tap, but there was some pressure on the neck. And suddenly this wound just explodes. वहां से खून का फवारा निकला all over this guy's face. और बेचारा चीखने लगा ऐसे करके. And I said, look, this is a new jiu-jitsu move that I'm working on. People have heard of the Ezekiel choke. I'm trying to show you the Sharma bleed. So I bled all over.
नहीं, इसको तो कोई हमें हिंदी नाम देना पड़ेगा.
हाँ. I don't know क्या हिंदी नाम हो सकता है.
कोई बिहारी नाम दो, बिहारी नाम सोचो. कोई फुहारा
होता है ना, किमुरा लॉक होता है, and Ezekiel choke होता है, उसी तरह से
हिंदी फवारा मादर चोदबा
है. फवारा मादर चोदबा, yeah. I hit him with a फवारा मादर चोदबा. So basically, I was able to get out of that rear naked choke position.
यहाँ खूनी फवारा, ऐसा कुछ नाम देना पड़ेगा तेरे को. खूनी फवारा.
The last, somebody saying Sham Sharma, the last airbender, last bloodbender बोलना चाहिए ना. The last bloodbender.
Yes.
So that is why I have the band-aid now, so that even if there is a little squirt, बेचारे किसी को लगे नहीं जाके. But yeah. So this was my last couple of days. Very, very interesting and entertaining.
Very good.
But 2-3 चीजों के बारे में मुझे बात करनी थी. Obviously, I want to start with this Trump Chacha, and I love asking Abhijit about Trump Chacha and what is going on in Trump Chacha's head, because अभी 50% वाला जो tariff है, I think it's gone into effect now.
नहीं, अभी इफेक्ट में आ गया.
अभी आया नहीं इफेक्ट में? I thought it
got आ गया.
हाँ, so it's officially gone into effect.
Yes.
What sort of, I think in the long term we're going to be fine. What sort of effect do you see? Like, what sort of a negative effect do you see in the short term? And in the short to medium term, what do you expect Trump's behavior to be? Do you expect it to be combative? Because I don't expect Modi to suddenly take the knee. What do you expect out of this entire situation?
I think a lot will depend on when Sergio Gore comes here. That will clarify a lot, because it turns out that all the think tankers we have in DC are pretty damn useless. All the diplomats we have in DC are even more fucking useless. And yeah, and I think he's sending, now look, he could be sending Sergio Gore to irritate us even more, or he could be sending him here so that we have a face-saving climb down for both sides. Okay. It depends on how we deal with it. So far, Modi has not put a step out of place. He has dealt with it very maturely. The opposition was trying to bait him into making some, anti-Trump statement or whatever should inflame the situation. He hasn't done that. But we haven't covered down either. Now, see, the thing is, with a bully, when you give in, it gets worse. When you don't give in, it gets better.
Right.
Let's wait and watch. I am not willing to bet anything till Sergio Gore takes over, give him a week or two,
Hmm.
तब हमको थोड़ा clarity मिलेगा. Either the relationship is going to go down for another 2-3 years. I don't think so. I think Trump at some level is a realist.
Yeah.
Uh, he's going to do some larger calculus, or I could be completely wrong and he could be a complete whatever.
From
So that's
जो मैं देखता हूँ, from what I'm noticing domestically, he seems to be kind of melting down a little bit and doubling down on whatever. If he takes a bad decision, in the first term, it seemed like there was he would course correct. Maybe he surrounded himself with people that would give him good advice and then would enable him to course correct. But it seems like he surrounded himself with complete and utter loyalists, at least this time around, who will
no.
not
I
say
don't.
no to him.
I don't think it's loyalists. I think it's the relaxation of having a second term and knowing you won't come back for another term. So
Hmm.
whatever work you do, you will not be held responsible for it. उसका जो फल होगा वो किसी और को मिलेगा. See, when you know you can pass off your mistakes onto somebody else,
Hmm.
you tend to be a lot more footloose and fancy free.
Hmm.
So
ऐसे
that's
भी
what
उसको
I
गैविन
do.
न्यूसम से बहुत नफरत है. So maybe he
Yeah.
wants to pass off all of his problems to Newsom.
But man, Newsom's Twitter account is great
Social
fun,
media
right?
team is actually very funny. I
Yeah.
feel like Modi's team should hire that, whatever his team is. Hire
Yeah.
those guys. Yeah. Kushal, how well can Sergio Gore dance? Can he dance as well as Garcetti?
वो तो समय ही बताएगा.
कितना अच्छा डांस करता है? Because जब तक हमको कोई डांसिंग क्लाउड नहीं मिलता अमेरिका से, तब तक does he even count as an American ambassador to India?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, there were some in the past who were very serious people who were ambassadors to India, but pata nahi yaar abhi. I honestly don't understand what America gains through this belligerence. I genuinely, like, you try, listen, you try to think from an American perspective, right? Does any of it make sense from an
Yeah.
American perspective? It's I just have concluded one thing. It is just as petty as what happened in Kananaskis, where Trump expected a photo op and Modi just said ki हाँ ले लो अपना मुंह में, kind of a thing, and it's been downhill since then. And for an American president to actually think an Indian prime minister would actually do that is so ridiculous.
Well, to be fair to Trump, and to be fair to him, look what happened abhi with Zelensky and all those European leaders. They all came. उन्होंने सबने वो बोलते हैं ना, हाजिरी लगाई सबने आके. सब ट्रम्प के सामने आके ऐसे बैठे हुए थे, like good little school children that are talking to the
including the Canadian PM,
including the Canadian PM, including the British guy, including the president of the EU, including the French prime minister. सब आके चोमू की तरह, बच्चों की तरह बैठे हुए थे कि पापा आएंगे, पापा डांटेंगे, हम थोड़ा डांट खाएंगे, उसके बाद घर वापस जाएंगे. So if you have leaders of these powerful so-called first world countries that are coming and prostrating in front of you, as Trump, you would expect the Indians to do the same, right? अगर फ्रांस कर सकता है, अगर यूके इतने बड़े पावर हुआ करते थे, यूके इस्लामिक रिपब्लिक ऑफ ब्रिटेन, अगर वो आके कर सकता है, हमारे सामने आके हाथ जोड़ सकता है, भीख मांग सकता है, पापा पापा बोल सकता है, तो इंडिया को भी बोलना चाहिए. I think that's what he's thinking.
Yeah,
कि
India
एक
might
आगे
be
सबको
many
आके लेट
things.
सकते हैं. Yeah.
India might be many things. India might be corrupt. India might be a nightmare when it comes to doing business. India is not a vassal state of anyone. It was not under Congress. It was not under Nehru. It was not under Indira. It will not be under Modi. We're not a vassal state of any big power.
Yeah.
Whether China or America. We carve our own path. We do. Now you can say that that has in the long term been problematic or successful, depending on what side of the aisle you are. I don't know what Abhijit's opinion on this is. Like, I have always been a firm believer that India has to maintain its non-aligned path, and India at the same time has to maintain its democracy. While I am a personal votary of better relations between India and America, and I would want India to be more closer to America than closer to China. But I completely understand that anybody after this who says "Gandu marja tu kamine," Like, the amount of times I've had egg on my face in the last 2 weeks.
Seriously.
Uh,
Yeah.
at least I've never hidden that I am very pro
Yeah.
America. I have never hidden that. I am openly pro America. I
Yeah.
believe India should have a much better relationship with the West. But then, when the Chinese taunt us that dekha,
Hmm.
we,
But the
we
thing
can't
is,
say
yeah,
that.
but the problem is कुशल की ये अभी look the Chinese are here, ये आके अभी जयशंकर से मिलके आए हैं, इतने अच्छी बातें बोल के आए हैं, mutual respect करना चाहिए bro. But the problem is ये Chinese हरामीगिरी ना is so much more harami than American हरामीगिरी. चाइनीज जब हरामगिरी करते हैं तो एकदम गंदे लेवल की करते हैं. तो प्रॉब्लम ये है कि इंडिया के लिए प्रॉब्लम ये है कि साला चाइना से दोस्ती करे भी तो कैसे करे.
But why
How the
can't
fuck
we
do
have
we become
Chinese
friends with those guys?
investments? Soon. I don't know if you guys read the critical bit in the new notification of allowing Chinese investments. Chinese investments are not going to be allowed in any critical sector. I don't know if you read that. It was very clear.
Yeah.
And every investment has to be cleared by the government departments that are concerned.
I have a small conspiracy theory that I'd like to get debunked from you, Kushal. ये जो अभी न्यूज आई थी बीच में इंडिया में कि टिकटॉक वापस आने वाला है. Do you think it was a little finger to those American social media companies?
It was not a finger to anyone. It was just a trial balloon that the media creates itself. वो खुद को उड़ता तीर लेने की आदत होती है. कई बार क्या होता है मालूम है, ये लो लेवल में मतलब I don't know what Abhijit believes in it, but I have experienced this personally. Sometimes it, like, even at the level of the high commissioner in Ottawa, things don't happen, or in DC. Sometimes वो low level पे एक employee होएगा जिसी मीडिया वाले को बोलेगा अरे ये ट्रायल बलून फेंक देना. और ऐसे ना उंगल करने वाला ट्रायल बलून फेंका जाता है और फिर देखते हैं क्या रिएक्शन हुआ. Many times these things happen कि अरे ऐसे ही बोल के देखते हैं क्या होता है. We see the government is also run by human beings. To expect any government, whether American or Indian, to be so well oiled that every single aspect of the entire government bureaucracy is connected with each other, I mean, come on, नहीं हो सकता. So these things happen in their own silos in India, in America. But listen, I don't know how America thinks. Like, are you listening to what Navarro is saying? This is Modi's war. ये भैंचोद किस एंगल से मोदी की वॉर हो गई?
भाई मोदी से ज्यादा तो तेल यू खरीद रहा है. EU is importing way more oil than India, यार. काहे की Modi's war? This is a bloody क्या von der Leyen's war.
Okay, let's assume America is wrong in everything, okay? Which I don't believe they are. America is fundamentally right that India had very high tariffs. Now India can come back and say, भाई कितने तो कम कर दिए, अब तो तू हमको नहीं बोल सकता ना. Okay, but America का fundamental argument of Donald Trump to begin with in a negotiation with India was correct. No matter how much Indians like to deny it, it was correct. Okay. Now my friends in the commerce ministry will get mad at me and say, नहीं देख ये calculation के हिसाब से हम इतने नहीं थे. भाई तुम अपनी complex math छोड़ दो. मैं तो कुछ sectors में था. मगर यार America, मतलब what does America get in the long run by destroying 25 years of relationship? I don't know. I don't know the end game. It can only be rationalized to the petty ego of one man, Donald Trump, and they can do what they want to do. I don't want my country to be sold. भाई 2 रोटी कम खाएंगे चलेगा, अमेरिका वाली रोटी नहीं खानी.
और चाइना वाले इतने हरामखोर नहीं होते ना, तो this is a once in a generation opportunity for China. But वो
I
साले
don't know if you guys read the news that India सितंबर में हम लोग 3 लाख बैरल और खरीद रहे हैं.
भाई ध्यान रखना है ना.
But Abhijit, do you think it is the right thing to do, buying even more oil from Russia? 3 लाख बैरल खरीद रहे हैं हम लोग. 3 लाख, एक नहीं, 2 नहीं, 3.
See, we have to do it. We have to do it. Why? Because we have to now see, the more pressure you put on our industry, the more we have to get cheaper oil.
Right.
You have to reduce costs. I just want to point out that Indian industry is now taking the hit for these parasites who were out on the roads making our lives miserable. We have to pay them and we have to take the hit for them.
Yeah.
I, for one, am not willing to.
Hmm.
But then I don't run an industry. My issue with this, had it been done properly, I would have had no issues with it. I would have welcomed it. My issue, had it been done purely on the basis of tariffs, I would have actually supported America. Because I'm sick and tired of fucking subsidizing through paying more third-rate bloody incompetent industry that does nothing. But when you start determining our relationship with third countries, I have a huge issue with that.
Right.
And when Scott Bessent goes around talking about, Pete Navarro goes around and saying, do the democratic thing, Bencho, you're bloody giving blowjobs to Asim Munir.
Yeah.
How democratic is that?
Like an actual terrorist country.
An actual terrorist country.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that.
Yeah.
One more question I had. Have you ever seen so much India being covered on American media in your entire life?
I don't think so.
Never.
ऐसे कितना important feel हो रहा है ना, कभी कभी तो लगता है कि अपन ही भगवान
अपन ही भगवान Seriously. I mean, this is a great time for if you're one of those, I was just talking to Kushal offline and I was talking about if you're one of those भोसड़ pillar जिनको लगता है कि सब साला देश में सब कुछ खराब चल रहा है, देश में कुछ भी अच्छा नहीं हो रहा, इंडिया का कभी कुछ भला नहीं हो सकता, and the BJP is basically like the Congress and things like that. I want to I want to play this video, Kushal. I'm just gonna DM it to you on WhatsApp. I think this is the video.
कहाँ भेजा है तूने?
Oh no, ये वाला नहीं है. I'm sending you another one. Just hold on. मैं WhatsApp पे DM कर रहा हूँ. ये जो
Twitter DM करना.
अच्छा Twitter DM करूँ, ठीक है. Twitter पे DM कर देता हूँ. तो Twitter पे मैंने DM किया है. ये वाला वीडियो जरा प्ले करना. Because it brings us into that second topic very nicely, and this is a nice little response to all these both pillars.
एक मिनट.
Play karo ye video. Not only is it funny, but it is also horrifying at the same time.
Okay, let's play.
ये जो मखाना की इंडस्ट्री है, आप जैसे लोगों की मदद करने के लिए क्या करना चाहिए?
हम लोग को मदद करने के लिए फैक्ट्री लगा देना चाहिए.
फैक्ट्री लगा दी तो ये पूरा का पूरा काम आप जो कर रहे हो ये तो चला जाएगा.
हम ही लोग ना काम करेंगे उसमें. हाँ, हम ही लोग पैसा मिलेगा ना. जैसे हम लोग काम करेंगे, हम ही लोग अभी यहाँ पे भी बनाते हैं, फैक्ट्री में भी हम ही लोग बनाएंगे.
It's obviously funny. But
but I have a question here. This was put by the Congress IT cell.
Yes.
ये कौन है कांग्रेस में जो सोचता है ये जीनियस आइडिया है?
Yes. कि फैक्ट्री मत बनाइए क्योंकि आपकी जॉब्स चली जाएंगी. This is the leader of the Congress party for the last who knows how many bloody years and for the foreseeable future as well. जो बोल रहा है कि बिहार में फैक्ट्री वगैरह बनाने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. फैक्ट्री बनाने से बिहार बर्बाद हो जाएगा. This is what these people are doing. And then Bhosad pillars have the fucking audacity to come out and say कि BJP and the Congress are the same party. There's no difference between them. But yeah, if there's no difference between them, then 10 साल पहले 2014 में 80% इंडियंस के घर में पानी क्यों नहीं आता था? पानी का कनेक्शन नहीं था. किसी के घर में बिजली का कनेक्शन नहीं था. किसी के घर में एलपीजी का कनेक्शन नहीं था. किसी के घर में टॉयलेट नहीं था. बिहार में गांव में अगर आप जाते प्री 2014 सब लोग साले बाहर भाग रहे हैं. क्योंकि मैं बिहार से हूं तो मेरे को पता है. आई डोंट नो अबाउट अदर स्टेट्स. सब लोग साले बाहर भाग रहे हैं गांव घर में अगर आप जाओ तो. क्योंकि टॉयलेट ही नहीं है किसी के पास. सड़क नहीं है कहीं बनी हुई. कहीं भी सड़क नहीं है. बिहार में तो अभी भी खैर वो प्रॉब्लम है, बट कहीं भी सड़क नहीं थी. तो फॉर द लास्ट 10 years you've had this guy basically dragging 300+ million people outside of multidimensional poverty, abject multidimensional poverty. और उसके बाद आप बोल रहे हो कि बीजेपी एंड कांग्रेस इज द सेम थिंग. साला कुत्ते के पेशाब में डूब मरो तुम लोग साले, इतने हरामखोर लोग हो.
But boss, if you're going to vote for him basis this, we deserve him, no?
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I don't like sorry, go ahead.
Yatha praja tata rada. So, you know, it's
Yeah.
you get what you are.
Yeah. I suppose I don't like blaming the voter base generally, because I don't think the voter base is idiots, but I do.
Look, let's face it. Clearly, we have 136 million idiots in this country who voted ANC. But then we have about 250 million smart guys who counteracted that 136 million.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
But let's face it, every country, irrespective, has its fair share of idiots.
Yeah.
The thing is, in America, the smartest people are the biggest idiots. Because they're the biggest billionaires sitting in California and New York,
Yeah.
whose basic knowledge levels are, let's just say a dog would know more economics
Right.
and immigration theory. But we think that, but it's not necessary. And I'll tell you why. You know, this goes back to World War I, when knowing that Europe's debts were unpayable, the war debt. Halfway through the World War, every single country abandoned the gold standard. And it was based entirely on trust. Now, it was that abandonment in the middle of World War I that ultimately led to the Great Depression and everything, because Germany was cut off from all international funding to repay its war reparations. Now, America had to then give Germany money so that Germany would pay France and Britain war reparations to then pay America back. And what that did was it actually ruined the banks. But the bank managers and the bank owners and the bank directors got huge this thing for making good investments for those 5 to 10 years between the Great Depression and World War I.
Right.
This is the same thing happening now. There is this whole nonsense school that believes, boom bust cycles are inevitable. No, they are only inevitable when finance ruins industry. Finance has a long history of ruining industry. At least since World War I. But the problem then is politicians see this as short-term recovery. The bankers see this as bonuses. Ordinary people get ruined, but they get very, very rich. And they get very, very powerful. And they knock the problem down to somebody else. What are you going to do? In this case, they want industry. So, this is what Rajiv Gandhi did. He set up factories in Amethi. Not one of them was sustainable. And by the time Rajiv Gandhi's term ended, they all had to be shut down. Because not one of them could get any orders from any place. अब क्या करोगे? See, factory लगाने के लिए, let me give you a simple example. In Delhi, you are going from here to Gurgaon. ठीक है? All of you have been from Delhi to Gurgaon. All the bridges are fantastic. The new Dwarka Expressway is fantastic. But it's all the coming in and out. All the elevated expressways are fantastic, but there are massive jams on everything. Why? Because all the entrances and exits, they go into really shitty roads. The economy is like that. You think you build infrastructure. Regulatory problems, all these things sort themselves out. भाई कौन आके तुम्हारा इंडस्ट्री डालेगा? ये जो बंदा पूछ रहा था इसका एजुकेशन, do you know today in a factory kind of education and discipline required? This fellow will not get 3 weeks off for his sister's wedding, certainly not if he puts in notice 1 week prior. And then what will he do? You can't even sack him as per labor laws today. ये जाके फैक्ट्री में काम करेगा, congratulations to him. But see, in that part of Bihar, having an industry is physically impossible because they do not have the human capital. All the good Bihari human capital is outside of Bihar. You'll have to attract them back. How do you attract them back? You need good law and order. We all know Lalu Prasad's term, the whole state used to run as a mafia.
Yeah.
तो कैसे improve करोगे भाई? They're all circular problems. But anyway, best of luck. I mean, मैं क्या करूं?
Yeah. And I mean, just to drive the point home as well, this vote chori thing that is happening is also ironic in a funny way, because you have two of the biggest chores of Indian politics, the Congress party and the RJD, that are going around the state of Bihar talking about कि कैसे चोरी हो रही है बिहार में.
चोरी की भी एक इज्जत होती है. जो लूव्र से चोरी करता है, जो लॉस वेगस से कसिनो से सबसे बड़ा डायमंड या गोल्ड नगेट चोरी करता है, उसके बारे में ओशंस 11 पिक्चर बनते हैं. वो क्या तुपकापी जैसे पिक्चर बनते हैं, क्लासिक मूवीज.
यस.
आरजेडी का ये देख लो, वो चूतिया पकड़ा गया फॉर स्टीलिंग फॉडर. फॉडर एंड डंग.
And dung, literally.
Dung, literally.
हाँ.
गोबर चोर है, चारा चोर है.
बताइए. बिहार में चोरी भी साला इस लेवल की होती है. चारा और गोबर चोरी होती है.
I can totally imagine there was a high security museum in Patna over the remains of Patliputra. And Chandragupta Maurya's gold crown with a massive 500 carat diamond in it was stolen. Then I will have some respect for it.
Yeah.
पर भाई जो गोबर चारा चोरी करता है,
yeah.
कैसा चोर है भाई?
बताइए.
We all love Lalu because we think the sense of humor is compensation for honesty, efficiency, and people have forgotten how murderous the RJD actually was. People used to get kidnapped and murdered. People have forgotten the kind of lawlessness that used to happen in Bihar.
If you're a businessman of any, मतलब जरा सा भी आपका successful business है, थोड़ा सा भी. If you're a doctor, if you're like a lawyer or something like that, जिसको थोड़ा सा पैसा वगैरह कमाना आता है, you had to hire out of your own pocket at least 3 bodyguards in Patna, in Bihar, in general. आपको मेरे को याद है, मैं छोटा था उस समय पे बहुत, बट मुझे याद है कि कैसे लोग बॉडीगार्ड के साथ डॉक्टर वगैरह घूमते थे कि डॉक्टर साहब आ रहे हैं, कमरे में आए डॉक्टर साहब के साथ 3 उनके 4 उनके बॉडीगार्ड आ रहे हैं कमरे में. ये हालत थी बिहार की अंडर द आरजेडी. तो डॉक्टर तो चलो कैन अफोर्ड बॉडीगार्ड 1 or 2. नॉर्मल आदमी जिससे एक्सटॉर्शन कर रही है आरजेडी, क्या उसकी बेचारे की क्या औकात रह गई? 2 अपना पैसा, 2 अपनी बेटी, जो शोरूम आपने खोल रखा है, लालू यादव के बेटी की शादी थी, तो ये शोरूम में घुस के गाड़ियां निकाल के लेके चले गए. एंड देन जब शोरूम वाला बोल रहा है कि सर क्या कर रहे हैं, तो बोल रहा है बेटा क्या करोगे तुम? गाड़ में चाकू डाल देंगे बकवास करोगे तो. दिस वाज बिहार. एंड ये लोग साले जाके वोट चोरी की बातें कर रहे हैं. इतना शेमलेस ये तो पार्टीज हैं यार, इतनी शेमलेस पार्टीज. आई हैव शेयर्ड अनदर वीडियो विद यू कुशल इन द डीएम. जरा वो भी प्ले करना, बिकॉज दैट इज व्हाट रियल एक्चुअल वोट चोरी लुक्स लाइक.
नो, पहले तो तूने ये वाला डाला था, ये वाला.
हाँ, एक ये
नरेंद्र मोदी जी 2019 के चुनाव के बाद रिजल्ट आने से पहले प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करते हैं, कहते हैं 300 सीटें आएंगी. हिंदुस्तान के सारे पोलस्टर कुछ और कह रहे हैं, ओपिनियन पोल कुछ और कह रहे हैं. नरेंद्र मोदी कहता है 300 सीट आएंगी. कितनी आई? 300 आई. क्यों? वोट चोर.
कर्नाटक की जनता इनको 40 सीटें देगी और कांग्रेस पार्टी को कम से कम 150 सीट मिलेगी. इसमें 150 सीटें आएंगी. If there is a hung assembly,
the situation will not arise. I am very confident the Congress party will reach 140.
140 is your target.
140, and we don't need any political party.
ये देख लो.
ये लोग करते हैं तो वो स्पेशल होता है ना.
है. हाँ, वोट चोरी सिर्फ मोदी करता है. And that second one, that is a Kanchan Gupta tweet.
ये तो देखो बंगाल में जो होता है तुम लोग है ना एंटी ममता बनर्जी हो.
Which is anti-Bengali. That's the problem. Yeah,
एंटी बंगाली सेंटिमेंट ऐसा है ना.
ये देख लीजिए. ये तो वोट चोरी है नहीं.
এইভাবে ছাপ্পা ভোট দিও না. তুমি এতদিন ধরে বলছো যে বৌদি আমি তোমার পাশে আছি, বৌদি আমি তোমার পাশে আছি বলেই যাচ্ছে. এটা তুমি কি করছো?
What is she saying?
এছাড়া তো কোনো উপায় নেই না. উৎপল ছিল তো এক নম্বরে চোর, উৎপল ঢালি এক নম্বরে চলে. এটা জানাই ছিল যে উৎপল ঢালি যখন এখানে আছে এখানে চুরি হবেই হবে. ঠিক আছে, ছাপ্পা ভোট দিও না. তুমি এতদিন ধরে বলছো যে বৌদি আমি তোমার পাশে আছি, বৌদি আমি তোমার পাশে আছি বলেই যাচ্ছে. এটা তুমি কি করছো?
She's saying बहु दीदी मैं तुम्हारे पास आ रहा हूँ, पास आ रही हूँ. I don't know what the context is.
अरे पंचायत इलेक्शन में ये लोग ने बूथ कैप्चरिंग की थी.
Booth capturing की थी. And booth capturing, for people that don't know, in Bihar was not invented by Lalu Yadav. It was invented by the Congress party. You guys remember when, for that brief period when Kirti Azad was with the BJP, he had told this story about कैसे उनके father के लिए booth capturing की जाती थी in the 50s, who was part of the Congress party. तो ये लोग साले booth capturing वाले हैं. आरजेडी की booth capturing तो खैर it is stuff of legend. ये लोग हैं जो आज कह रहे हैं कि वोट चोरी हो रही है. ये लोग कह रहे हैं कि ईवीएम हटा दो, ईवीएम में वोट चोरी होती है. क्यों ईवीएम हटाना चाहते हैं? बिकॉज दैट इज व्हाट दे वांट. They want this jungle Raj back. The Congress party and the RJD want this jungle Raj back because the jungle Raj is how they survive. The jungle Raj is how they live. India needs to be a feudal jungle hellhole slum for these people to survive. That is just the fact of the matter. और ये हराम खोर जो आके बोलते हैं ना कि बीजेपी एंड कांग्रेस आर द सेम, माँ चुदालो भोसड़ी वाले. And again I say कुत्ते की मूत में डूब मरो. Because that's what you deserve.
You know, I've noticed a lot of these right-wing chutias. Have you noticed they're starting dal paltifying?
मैं बोल ही रहा था अचानक से भाई बीजेपी तो बड़ी खराब पार्टी है. जेन्युइन क्रिटिसिज्म मेरे को प्रॉब्लम नहीं है यार. कुशल तो हमेशा ही घर आते रहते हैं, अभिजीत हमेशा ही घर आते रहता है बीजेपी को.
ठीक है, but ये you know, oh, did you notice there was this whole carefully constructed campaign? Nothing seems to be going well.
Yeah.
I'm generally feeling sad.
Yeah.
बेंचो तू sad है, इसका मतलब ये है कि तेरा तेरी गर्लफ्रेंड तेरे को ये नहीं दे रही है. इससे मेरे को क्या लेना देना बेंचो? मोदी को क्या लेना देना?
डिस्प्रेशन में चले गए हैं सर.
जलते हो तुम लोगों की सैडनेस से.
I don't need to
but I agree. And मैं कह रहा था, I was telling Kushal earlier that we need to do a specific podcast just on this bloody phenomenon of this suddenly, oh, देश में तो कुछ भी अच्छा नहीं हो रहा, there's nothing positive happening. क्या difference है between Rahul Gandhi and Modi? What is the difference? What is the point? हटा दो फिर Rahul Gandhi को, हटा दो Modi को, let just Rahul Gandhi come back. What is the point? Modi can't do anything nice. मतलब देश में कुछ अच्छा नहीं रह गया. This phenomenon needs to be discussed in detail as well because मैं देख रहा हूँ बहुत social media पे ये सब.
By the way, Canada and India have announced their high commissioners. Canada का है Christopher Cooter, High Commissioner for Canada in the Republic of India. और अभिजीत पटनायक जी आ रहे हैं.
कौन से पटनायक?
देवज्योति पटनायक, स्पेन वाले, स्पेन से आ रहे हैं.
देवज्योति पटनायक, was his track record good?
दिनेश के पटनायक, सॉरी दिनेश के पटनायक. मैं नाम वो कंफ्यूज हो गया, 2 डी से था ना, वो कंफ्यूजन हो गया. दूसरा एक देवज्योति है. नहीं, वो दिनेश के पटनायक. he was ambassador to Spain. Now he's been appointed in Canada. So finally we have high commissioners and proper functioning bureaucracies are going to be back in both the nations.
No, listen, the thing is, Canada requires a highly क्या कहते हैं you need to have a proper ambassador there, boss. This isn't this thing, you can't have a place warmer. Let me just search for this Dinesh K. Patnaik.
He was a Pele in UK. From UK, he went to Spain.
He wasn't in UK. I mean, he was never our ambassador to UK.
Ambassador नहीं थे, deputy थे.
अच्छा.
Deputy थे ना UK में?
Anyway, let's see. Let's see. I mean, it
Deputy
requires...
ambassador थे, deputy थे UK में थोड़ा समय पहले.
Kushal, I had a question for you. It's not fully related to this. It's related to what we were talking about earlier. But I saw on, I don't know where I saw, it was some podcast or something. I apologize, I can't remember who made this point originally, but this is not my original point. मैंने कहीं से उठाया है. I just can't remember कहाँ से उठाया है. But somebody was saying in a podcast that, in how politics is covered in India and how it's covered in the US, there's a very interesting difference. In America, being sort of partisan in who you support is actually considered to be a positive thing. People जो बिचौलिए वाली बात करते हैं कि मैं तो बीच में हूं, मैं किसी को support नहीं करता. People tend to sort of hate those people. If you're on one side or the other, people generally tend to support.
But अमेरिका में CNN की पूरी shtick वही थी कि हम लोग non-partisan हैं.
And people generally speaking like it. And जबकि इंडिया में there is this trend कि आपको you have to be like a बिचौलिया. नहीं मैं तो किसी को support नहीं करता. दोनों same है. There's no difference between the two. That is, मैं बिल्कुल neutral हूँ. Like that is considered.
वो चूरन Indian left ने दिया था. If that churn was a complete Indian left-wing churn, they did not want. See, Indian media by and large now is pro BJP. Let's be very open. By and large, Indian media mainstream is pro BJP. YouTube, man, there is a healthy divide between left and right, and they are both very openly left and openly right. Yeah. YouTube is actually very much like the American way.
Yes.
But Indian media was basically, why did Indian media become the way it is? The Indian media became the way it was is because the Indian media was basically a lapdog of the establishment. So if the establishment changes, they change. That's all it is. There is no complex thing.
Yeah.
Right.
So tomorrow Congress will come in power, you will see all channels changing.
All channels changing.
ऐसे चेंज हो जाएंगे तो मोदी से बड़ा जल्लाद कोई नहीं है.
जल्लाद कोई नहीं है.
That's me.
बात तो सही है. YouTube पे भी there will be some big changes on YouTube and social media as well if Congress wins. देखना ना आप. Just watch.
नहीं वो ठीक है यार, वो सब मैनेज हो जाएगा. But I think आज भी वो मूड ऑफ द नेशन पोल आया है. Not that I take the India Today mood of the nation polls any seriously.
पोल को तो मैंने सीरियसली लेना ही बंद कर दिया है.
हाँ, मगर polls है ना, polls they may get the national mood wrong, but they tend to get the state elections right most of the times. Polls. Even when they got the national election wrong, all the polls got the state elections right. State elections में very interesting. They are saying NDA is winning Bihar comfortably. I don't buy it, but that's what the polls showed today.
मैं तो पोल देखता हूँ और सोचता हूँ इसका उल्टा ही होने वाला है. मोस्ट लाइकली तो मैंने once bitten 3 times shy हो गया है.
I am predicting Congress and Tejasvi are going to absolutely wipe out the BJP in India. Okay, mark my words. अगर बीजेपी को एक सीट भी मिला ना, कुशल नंगा नाच करेगा इस प्रोग्राम.
साला हमेशा मैं क्यों नंगा होता हूँ?
शाम नंगा नाच करेगा.
मैं क्यों करूंगा? मैं तो कुछ बोला ही नहीं.
तुम दोनों नंगा नाच करोगे.
साला कुछ नहीं हमारा.
Mark my words. BJP will be wiped out in the elections. BJP and RJD and JDU will be wiped out in these elections. If not, Sham और कुशल पूरा podcast नंगा करेंगे
पूरा
और नंगा
podcast
नाच भी करेंगे.
शाबाश, क्या बात है. Very nice.
And mind you, this is a binding contract, so all our viewers can sue Sham Sharma show if this does not happen when what I said will happen.
कुशल भी लाइक मुझे क्यों थोड़ा मेरे को क्यों लपेट लिया यार, गजब है. चलो मीमी करें.
चलो मीम रिव्यू करते हैं, फिर मेरे को जाना है. चलो फर्स्ट मीम.
ये कैप्शन भी पढ़ देना जरा.
कैप्शन है ट्रम्प टू मोदी.
ये फोन कॉल से रिलेटेड है.
हाँ.
जुड़िए तो आजीवन जुड़िए, नहीं जुड़ना है तो मत जुड़िए. आप जुड़िए तो दिल से जुड़िए, फोन उठाइए. अब जब फोन किए तो फोनवा कम से कम उठा लिया कीजिए.
फोनवा कम से कम उठा लिया कीजिए.
He looks so Indian in this, man.
Also, it is related to the news that came out.
I know.
Yeah.
He looks like somebody I know. I'm trying to place that face where.
It's related to the news that came out recently from some newspaper that Trump called Modi 4 times, apparently, and Modi ignored all of his phone calls. Yeah, he said, "Hataao sala."
Look, Modi does not let emotion get in the way of his policy. Let's be very clear. The same people who denied him visas, he hugged them. Did he ever let that affect his policy towards them? No.
Yeah.
If Trump makes the call, Modi will pick up the phone. That call is not.
Do you think so?
100%.
So this is fake news.
It's complete fake news.
Okay.
I'm not buying it. You can tell it's fake news because of the way the thing is written. Calls aren't just made ki will you pick up. It is not like I call up Kushal at 12 o'clock at night hoping he'll pick up. No. They are arranged previously and you call at a set time and that is when they talk.
Yeah.
Because prime ministers and presidents are not allowed to carry their own phones.
Yeah.
It's a huge security risk. The whole of the PMO. You remember when I tweeted out all the entry and exit of smartphones and watches when those chutias were going after Sushant Sareen in that podcast? The PMO was the one place that maintained absolute data hygiene.
Right.
There are no phones like that. The calls are made. They are
आपका फोन आ रहा है, इसको वॉइसमेल पे डाल दो. Yeah.
वो पढ़ने से ही पता चल जाता है. It's a fake bloody piece of news, यार.
Okay, next one is also on PM Modi refusing Donald Trump's call. देखें क्या बोलते हैं.
कम से कम एक बार बता तो देते कि हम नहीं रहना चाहते यार. इस बार तो आपने कुछ कहा भी नहीं. आपको हम कुछ कहते हैं? आप बताइए, हम आपको कुछ कहे हैं? कितना अच्छा हम लोग बातचीत करते थे, हर चीज करते थे. लेकिन अब चलिए ठीक है, अच्छे पल को तो हम जिंदगी भर याद करेंगे, सुजोग को रखेंगे, उसमें हमारे मन में कोई खोट नहीं. कम से कम एक
बहुत
अच्छे पल को तो हम हमेशा याद रखेंगे, हमारे मन में कोई खोट नहीं है.
अरे यार क्यों ऐसे इंडियन जैसे क्यों.
अब इसके साथ कि ये horseshoe theory में चला गया. I mean, he's so deep in the closet that he might have become heterosexual. I think it could be that potentially.
The next meme is so good by Satire Sati. It is titled "What Does the BCCI Deserve?"
Exactly. Yes. BCCI
so
only deserves this. BCCI के साथ यही होना चाहिए. And I want to say again, BCCI की माँ का भोसड़ा. जब तक ये पाकिस्तान के साथ मैच खेलते रहेंगे, हम BCCI की माँ का भोसड़ा बोलते रहेंगे. And please, आप एक make sure कि ये साले मैचेस कोई भी ना देखे. I mean, this is very important कि BCCI को यहाँ पर बहुत बड़ा financial नुकसान हो. It's very, very important. BCCI needs to feel financial pain for fucking with the people like this.
Okay. This is called अखंड भारत. अबे वैसे ये क्या है? गणेश उत्सव की क्या मीम है भाई?
लाहौर चल लंबोदर.
भाई चौको मत यार, eagerly waiting for that अखंड भारत. देखना है भाई, लाहौर का लंबोदर, इस्लामाबाद का इच्छा पूर्ति, फिर मुल्तान का महागणपति। ज्यादा ही पावर है ना भाई, तो चाइना का भी चिंतामणि कर देंगे।
चाइना का चिंतामणि। जय महाराष्ट्र।
चाइना का चिंतामणि, that one's my favorite. चाइना का चिंतामणि is my favorite.
I like it.
लाहौर का लंबोदर, इस्लामाबाद का इच्छा पूर्ति, चाइना का चिंतामणि। शाबाश लौंडे, वेरी गुड।
ये एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट
Full
प्रॉब्लम है
endorsement.
साउथ अफ्रीका में apparently.
Oh yes, very serious issue.
A new condom, which is called the Max condom. The Max condom is in response to what a number of people were saying. They were saying that the other condom that had been introduced by government did not smell so well, and it made a noise whenever it was used. Now, through scientific development, we were able to develop a new condom which is called Max. The Max is for maximum pleasure, maximum protection, and it does not make noise at all. And it comes in different flavors.
Hey, comes in different flavors. I love how he says, through scientific development, we have developed a new condom.
भाई हमारी कोर्ट
Bunch of different
हमारी कोर्ट
flavors.
दूसरे कामों में बिजी हैं ये लोग।
यार
दूसरे
सीरियसली हमारा गवर्नमेंट कर क्या रही है? ऑनेस्टली आई एम काइंड ऑफ विद द भोसड़ पिलर्स नाउ।
हम तो अभी भी समोसे के प्राइस फिक्स करने में बिजी हैं।
या ये साउथ अफ्रीका वाले देखो क्या कर रहे हैं अपना साइंस एंड इंडस्ट्री से।
This one is titled अडानी जी।
किसी ने लिखा न्यूज़ स्पॉन्सर न्यूज़ स्पॉन्सर फॉर मैक्स कॉन्डम्स।
अच्छा, ट्रम्प को स्पॉन्सर करना चाहिए बीसीसीआई। ओके, ये क्या है अडानी जी?
घंटे की कमाई 67 करोड़ रुपए है, ऊपर वाला कितना दे रहा है? तेरी गांड क्यों जल रही है? घंटे की
दोबारा
ये क्या था?
घंटे की कमाई 67 करोड़ रुपए है, ऊपर वाला कितना दे रहा है? तेरी गांड क्यों जल रही है?
ये मीम मंदिर का है ओरिजिनल। शाउट आउट मीम मंदिर यार। Go follow मीम मंदिर on Twitter and Instagram. बढ़िया मीम बनाता है लौंडा।
तेरी गांड का जल्दी है।
तेरी गांड क्यों जल्दी? एकदम एक्सेंट भी एकदम निकाला ऐसा है ना। तेरी गांड क्यों जल रही है?
ये टिट वाला I love tit.
I endorse this statement. I also liked it. Fully endorsed. 100% support. At least 2 out of 3 support मिल रहा है आपको इस पॉडकास्ट में।
Yes.
Yeah.
अभिजीत की support.
Abhijit highly condemns this statement.
Yes. अभिजीत इसकी कड़ी निंदा कर।
अभिजीत इसको मैक्स कॉन्डम कर रहा है।
It's tit वाला I love tit.
Somebody said ये देखो ये बोलता है just one. I love just want it.
कितना डिस्क्रिमिनेशन हो रहा है।
Full endorsement. ए भगवान।
अरे ये मस्त है। टीम इंडिया की स्पॉन्सर बनेंगे। नहीं ब्रांड्स, अरे रुक जा ब्रांड्स, अब रुक जो टीम इंडिया का
फटी पड़ी है, सारे ब्रांड्स की फटी पड़ी है।
लेटेस्ट वन
सहारा खत्म, बैजूस खत्म, ड्रीम 11 खत्म। मैं तो बोलता हूँ बीसीसीआई को पाकिस्तानी आर्मी को अपना टीम जर्सी स्पॉन्सर बना लेना चाहिए। प्रॉब्लम 2 साल में खत्म हो जाएगी।
The curse of Drake and the curse of BCCI. ये देख bird sponsor of BCCI.
Exactly.
वो रूअफ़ज़ा भी डाल देते। वो जहाँ उसका लंड थोड़ा निकल रहा है ना, उधर रूअफ़ज़ा डाल दो।
एग्जैक्टली वक्फ बोर्ड या फिर पाकिस्तानी आर्मी स्पॉन्सर बना लो, 2 साल में प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो जाएगी. The curse of BCCI is far too strong.
BCCI का रिकॉर्ड वगैरह.
भैया, show me a curse that is more powerful than the BCCI curse.
This is titled Abhijit Iyer Mitra in a parallel universe.
अभिजीत तेरे को ट्रांसलेट करना पड़ेगा, प्लीज ट्रांसलेट फॉर अस. Naughty tiger wants to
এই কোথায় যাচ্ছ? এদিকে এসো। পাহাড়ি জঙ্গলি এক মানুষকে খুব বাঘ আছে। বাঘের গায়ে কালো কালো ডোরা কাটা দাগ আছে। সে বাঘ ডাকলে পরে বুক যে কেঁপে যায়। পুরুষ মানুষ খায় না, সে বাঘ মেয়ে মানুষ খায়। সে বাঘ মেয়ে মানুষ খায়। ও পাহাড়ি জঙ্গলি এক মানুষকে খুব বাঘ।
भाई, guy has competition now. Abhijit is serious
I'll
competition.
translate it word by word. Play it, I'll translate it word by word.
दोबारा प्ले करना.
এই কোথায় যাচ্ছ?
Hey, where are you going?
Okay, play करूं?
हाँ, play कर.
পাহাড়ি জঙ্গলি এক মানুষকে খুব
अरे फिर
বাঘ
से play
আছে।
कर. You missed the first line. Take it right to the front. Take it right back. हाँ.
এই কোথায় যাচ্ছ?
Hey, where are you going?
এসো।
Come here.
পাহাড়ি জঙ্গলি এক মানুষকে খুব বাঘ আছে।
If you go outside, there is a tiger that eats people.
Okay.
কালো ডোরা কাটা দাগ আছে। সে বাঘ ডাকলে পরে বুক যে কেঁপে যায়। পুরুষ মানুষ খায় না, সে বাঘ মেয়ে মানুষ খায়।
It doesn't
সে বাঘ মেয়ে
eat
মানুষ
men.
খায়। ও পাহাড়ি জঙ্গলি এক
I mean, it's quite obvious. If you go outside, they eat. Tigers eat.
There's a man eating tiger, and if you go
but
outside,
it doesn't eat men, it eats women.
no, it doesn't eat women; it eats men. Right? I
Sai
think that's
bolchilo
what-
nahi. Play it again. Anyway, enough.
Hey, कमीने नहीं. It's
Very bad accent, very low class accent.
अच्छा, इसका low class accent है. अच्छा, इसका low class accent है. अभी इस बंदे
ये
के
देखो,
वीडियोस हमको बहुत
हरामजादा
like
मेरे बारे में क्या बोल रहा है? Abhijit is like a bad bra, he doesn't support it. Bra code TV9 Jew.
कहाँ लिखा? Oh, ये this one. He doesn't support it. नहीं, we do. ये ऊपर वाले 2 सपोर्ट करते हैं, नीचे वाला नहीं करते. It's at least 2 out of 3. Majority support है. Okay. Let's take some questions before Kushal leaves.
Sham Sharma is Humpty Dumpty. Yes, I agree.
Seriously.
Why
He
Jamie
did have a
Oliver's
bad
many
fall.
things mess up in the name of innovation? Boss, he's been at it too long. He's run out of ideas. Now all he can do is fuck up professionally. What should Trump do to get the Nobel Prize? Look, I think he deserved the Nobel Prize in his first term, but the Norwegians will never give him the Nobel Prize. Let's be clear. These are people who gave Obama the Nobel Prize.
Yeah.
Even just for defeating...
just for winning the election.
Just for winning the election and replacing George Bush. Okay, these people, they're useless. There's nothing you can do. And remember, their embassy here supports pedophilia and attacks on rape assault victims. So there's nothing you can expect from this country much. And this is considered very normal in Norway, by the way. Sham pakle ka bandage hatakar boiled ande ki tarah chil sakte hain. Protein requirement for the week is sorted. Acha.
Exactly.
Why is India not giving enough support to trades like Brazil? Boss, $5 billion, which is what Brazil has promised, is not there. They've set up a committee. Do I have faith in Rajiv Gauba to deliver? No, he's an IAS guy. So obviously not. We'll do what we can, boss. I mean,
Diwali Parsan in Russian.
हाँ boss. उसको तुम खाना, मैं नहीं छूंगा. Why did the Indian High Commission inform about flooding to Pakistan when IWT is in abeyance? Well, to save lives, I guess. You know, we can't be ruthless in this country. That's a big issue.
Yeah.
This is like, you know, Prithviraj Chauhan. तू आज जा, कल वापस आके फिर क्या हुआ? Second Battle of Tarain में, the same thing.
Exactly.
When you've got somebody by the balls, pity is never a good idea.
Yeah.
We should have let him die. In Gujarat, Navarro means waste fellow.
Fantastic. बहुत बढ़िया. अब सब यही बोलेंगे, waste fellow. Peter waste fellow.
I'm going to check this with Nirva, by the way. Congress is nothing more than...
Navaro बोलते हैं गुजराती
अच्छा,
में.
Navaro waste fellow.
Navaro waste
बढ़िया है, same thing.
US stand-up comedians were running out of content. I'm sure they were. ये Jayesh Sharma, I will name you. अगर if it turns out to be, and I'll tweet this, if it turns out to be wrong, सब गालियां तेरे को. And take on forced imposition of E20 without any options. Boss, Brazil is imposing. Brazil has been doing 27% ethanol for the last 10-15 years. Have any of the manufacturers or anything said it is affecting? Have they cancelled your vehicle warranty for it? I will completely, if you show me one vehicle manufacturer who will revoke their warranty or insurance that won't cover insurance if you put in E20, I'll support you right there. अगर वो नहीं कर रहे हैं, what do you want me to do about it? I think the vehicle manufacturer, which has to pay, you know, warranties cost money, boss. People don't realize this. The actual, say you're buying a Maruti XL6, you're paying about 16-17 lakhs for the top end model. The actual car costs only 3 to 4 lakhs. There is a hidden cost there about 5 lakhs almost for the warranty through the years. Okay. It is going to affect him, but he is not putting out an alert about it. How do you explain the fact that Brazil has been doing it just fine for a while now? I'm yet to make up my mind on this. I'm not defending it, but I'm yet to make up my mind on this. I am not buying this outright ki wo kaise dal rahe.
Right.
And anyway,
do PC with ICICI, how think tank economics ICICI. Do
Why?
podcast with ICICI. Or how think tank economics work.
By last year, sham videos are already made. Akhand Bharat, it's going to be.
And Bharat तो बनेगा ही बनेगा. बहन चो देख लेना तुम.
अच्छा तुम दोनों क्वेश्चन ले लेना, मैं निकलूं जरा, मुझे पैकिंग करने हैं.
निकलना है, पैकिंग करने हैं, चलो निकलो.
तुम लोग क्वेश्चन
जा रही है? कहाँ जा रही है?
जाना है मैं.
He's on the run from the FBI.
बस पैकिंग बोल रहा है, ये अनपैक करेगा. इसका टट्टी घुसा हुआ है गांड के अंदर.
No, he's on the run from the authorities.
हाँ, that must be.
होटल से होटल चेंज करके.
What's the deal with this Peter Navarro and the kind of statement and what they achieve out of his tension with India? He's trying to pose for his boss, which is Trump, and say, see, I said all of this. I mean, he's asked a question, he has to come back with an answer, right? He can't look stupid. Is there a possibility that Saudi Arabia is the reason for the recent fallout with America? No, bro. They are not. They're quite firmly on our side. They're quite a bit... stability is not something you have to worry about with our man in charge out there. What's his name? MBS. Chara Chor, Mother Chor. Gobar Chor is the new BC. Why is Trump being with Intel shares and shit? I don't know. I haven't checked on this. What did the government say? CGST at... I don't know.
25922. CGST क्या है भाई? मैं अपने खीसे.
Congratulations, China Maba Salman Maba की अपर सफीता का बाद. I don't know what this means.
पाकिस्तान माबा भी रिलीज हो रहा है भोजपुरी. अच्छा. Pakistan Mother Chodba is also getting released. Bhojpuri song. Yeah.
The election season only time when a Bihari gets respect. वरना तो बिहारी गाली है. Abhijit, your opinion? LOP was PM with Trump pressured Bihar's quota after Gupta.
What is this sentence even?
लोग कैसे कैसे सवाल पूछ रहे हो यार? ठीक से सवाल पूछो.
What is
Everyone
this
please
sentence,
support
bro?
ex-Muslim movement,
Sure.
ex-Muslim science. Okay. Watch you spar with US representative on TV. Has Lockheed Martin stopped your payments? Why did you leave Indian MAGA? I'm still very much a part of it. But listen, I'm with my brother against my cousin, and I'm with my cousin against an outsider. I am with the Republicans, and I still maintain Trump is better for India, even now, even after the tariffs, than Biden. Any day, every day. I would much rather have trade hostility like this than trying to undermine our country through a network of NGOs like what they were trying to do. Okay? So I'm still very much MAGA.
Remember what the Americans were doing during the farm protests. Just remember that.
Yeah. सब भूल गए ये लोग.
सब भूल गए.
भाई लोग गाडकरी एंड शाह के बेटे की ही कमाएंगे सिर्फ. अच्छा ठीक है.
सही बात है.
तो रेज करो ना. रोक कौन रहा है भाई? I'm saying raise it.
Yeah.
Just don't block any roads. Don't be disruptive. That is the main thing. How's your burqa collection going, bro? Ever since the president of the world declared that there is only 2 genders, I've decided I can't transition to anymore. So gaya mera burqa collection.
Yeah.
वो मेरा कॉलेज था टिट भोपाल में.
It's an actual. I love it.
Acha, he looks less gay than Zubair. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I look far less gay than Zubair does, bro. I even sound far less gay. Even at my gayest, I'm less gay than Zubair.
That's actually true.
All auto experts are worried about E20, but boss, what is E20? Okay, what do you mean auto experts? Are
Who's
they
an
engineering
auto
experts?
Yeah.
कौन है ये auto experts? जरा बताओ. I am quite concerned about my cars, but I have to go by what I see, not by what people say. I need to see reports. I need to see a categorization, a breakdown. See, if Brazil has been running it for 10 years, there needs to have been some studies that have been done on this. I'm not seeing that data.
Right.
I'm not seeing, and insurance and car warranties are way ahead on collecting that data, sometimes secretly. They are not cancelling the warranties. What do you want me to do? Right? Don't talk like somebody who is, that idiot who went and put a case on Deepika Padukone and Shah Rukh Khan for promoting Hyundai Alcazar, claiming it's an.
That's right.
भाई तेरा खुद का road safety has cleared it. उसके बाद और क्या खुद जाके उसके ये करोगे क्या?
Right.
Do PC with ICICI on think tank
ये
economics.
तो भी ले लिया था.
Yo Kushal, could you put a playlist of the Rigveda sessions? अच्छा वो कुशल को बोल देना. Is this E20? I don't think E20 outrage is manufactured. I think it's a good discussion to have because when it is happening, we need to have these conversations.
Yeah.
I am right now on the side of Gadkari and Hardeep Puri because I don't know the complete facts. From what I am seeing, I'm not seeing negative data come out of Brazil. When the insurance guys and the car guys start negating warranties and things like that or hiking up insurance, for me, that is the barometer.
I don't have a problem with this discussion because people are not on the roads smashing a fucking public property and, threatening to divide the country into 10 pieces.
For somebody to say that they are a bigger automotive expert than Suzuki or Volkswagen or Audi or Mercedes, please give me a break. I think they would have put out warnings by now, no?
Yeah.
So, but I don't think it's manufactured. I think, Twitter takes something and magnifies it, but I've not seen anything yet. ये सब ठीक है टपकेश भाई. गुलाटी मार के दिखाओ. What is गुलाटी मार के दिखाओ?
A somersault. Gulati somersault. Gulati, you'll have to give at least like $500 super chat for a Gulati. Minimum.
मेरा क्वेश्चन ले पैसे भरे. अच्छा.
साले ले तो लिया, सारे क्वेश्चन ले लिए लाइन से. क्या बात कर रहा है तू?
Is India's strategic autonomy sustainable as US? I've never been in favor of strategic autonomy or too much strategic autonomy. there's an argument for it, but it usually means you're not able to realign your policy. It's basically everything you want to postpone to tomorrow. I would much rather be in a position where we had lost strategic autonomy 20 years back and gained enough industrial strength to be strategically autonomous today. Not doing anything in the last 20-30 years just means tum na ghar ke rahe, na ghat ke rahe. Do you know that US aid payments have restarted for tattoos? Kahan se bhai? What is the source of this? India strategic, ये हमने आंसर कर दिया. भाई, any plan to come to Germany? Would love to host you guys for lunch, dinner. How can I contact you guys, or how can I meet you guys?
We'll do a live show. One of these days we'll do a live show in India. Come to the live show, then you can meet us, hang out with us, and lunch भी लेके आ सकता है हमारे लिए.
देख, मैं हर साल ना वियना, हाँ, मैं जर्मनी नहीं आते हैं, पर मैं वियना जाते हैं. Okay.
वियना जाते हैं.
Yeah. Vienna ist mein zweite Heimat, kind of. So, yeah, ich komme aus Österreich. Deutschland, nein. I don't like Germany. There are too many Turks out there. And I like the rich parts of Germany, like Hamburg and Munich.
What is it? Are the Turkish Turks actually Turks, or are they just Greeks?
Ethnically, they're Greek, bro, but they've been brainwashed into believing they're bloody Turks.
Aren't the Turks like Central Asian? Like they look a little, they have those Asian features.
Turks should technically have Mongoloid features.
Yeah. What the fuck is a Turkish Turk?
They're basically like, Pakistanis want you to believe that, in the 50s, they wanted you to believe they were Persians. In the 80s, they wanted you to believe they were Arabs. In the 90s, they now want you to believe they're Turks.
Yeah.
It's a bit like that.
Yeah.
Turks themselves don't believe they're Turks. I mean, they believe they're Turks, except their faces are indistinguishable from Greeks. So
yeah, I mean, for all intents and purposes, aren't they Greeks? Ethnically, culturally, before Islam.
Anybody from Spain, southern France, Italy, Greece, Turkey, Syria, Lebanon, and Israel. You will not be able to tell where they come from.
Yes.
Egypt, you can start telling where they come from. Egypt has some very defined, distinct features. Egypt and Morocco, not so much Tunisia, surprisingly.
But Tunisia, Algerians also, sometimes it's hard to tell where they're from.
Some. But there's a classic Nilo-Hamitic look that Egypt has. Like generally, for whatever reason, I'm able to tell a lot of Egypt. Not all, but a lot of Egyptians, you can tell them apart.
Like if you look at like a Tunisian, sometimes it's hard to tell them apart from like somebody from Sardinia or like Sicily. They basically look Sicilian.
When you go to Tunisia proper, you can clearly tell, like some of them, you can very clearly tell.
Especially the hair, it's a little more curly.
Curlier, yeah, exactly, right.
Yeah.
And that's apparently a Berber thing, but apparently it is not a Berber thing. We thought it was Berber, but it isn't, because the Egyptians also have a lot of it. Okay.
Right.
Are Putin and Netanyahu doing the same thing? What same thing, bro? You have to be a bit more detailed. You've got a higher word count, so please use it. Hi, I'm Shiv. I analyzed Indian court judgments to study judicial bias using AI, CS engineering, seeking critique on my work. Okay, please email it to us. Bhai, we need a Sham Sharma show email, bro.
Hey, na, there's a contact email. ये तो description में डाला ही हुआ है. There's a contact at Sham Sharma show email. There is an email. Yeah.
Last time I gave my email address out. Now I've got about 132 emails, and I
don't give out your email, man. Just use the email that we already have.
Please. And I'll use you as my PA to sort it and send it to me.
There you go.
Vienna owns one, and if you heard, guys, why? Because I go to the opera out there, and winter these days. I used to come in the summers. But now I've decided I'm going to come in the winters, because summers are full of bloody American tourists all the bloody time. I hate tourists.
Oh.
So and everything becomes very expensive. So I've decided I'm going to spend 2 months in winter every year in Rome and Vienna. Vienna to main bas 10-15 din aake rehta hu. So I stay somewhere between the 1st district and sometimes in the 9th district, in the nicer part of the 9th district. But yeah, but if I'll announce it on Twitter anyway. So if you're around Vienna that time, come there. मेरा तो बस उधर म्यूजिक का सीन है और खाने का सीन है. उधर पूरा खाना और म्यूजिक होता है, ठीक है. I don't do.
You go to the worst part of the world for food. Food wise, can you get worse than Europe food wise?
Bro, European food is delicious. If you know where to go in Rome and Vienna, it is sensational. Unfortunately, these days,
Spanish food, Italian food, I can still kind of agree with you. But like really, Northern European food?
No. This is Catholic Europe. Their food is very good. But even Protestant Europe, Scandinavian food is delicious, by the way, huh? Their food has become fantastic in the last 10-15 years, but Austria always had great food. Austria is amazing food. Yeah. Southern Europe has, Catholic Europe has always had great food. It literally shifts. So, you'll get fantastic food in Belgium, and then you'll cross over to Protestant Holland and the food becomes shit. Literally within 5 kilometers, the food becomes shit.
What is the reason for that?
I don't know, but now it's started. Scandinavia wins all the restaurant awards, bro. So it's actually, I've been to some fantastic restaurants in deep Protestant Northern Europe. Some of my best experiences are in fact in Northern Europe, right? So yeah. Have you guys heard about Social Impact Startup Beggars Corporation? What? Who is Social Impact Startup Corporation? I don't know. I have no idea what that is. Your thoughts on present Israel-Gaza war? Has it now become Netanyahu's ego battle? No. They have to destroy this thing, no?
Hamas.
And Hamas, look, there was a ceasefire so that they would hand over hostages. Did they hand over the hostages?
They didn't.
No. Is the hostility from the US now because we're the second highest oil exporters now? No. Look, these are all post facto rationalizations. The thing basically is he's peaked. That's it. He's peaked, and peak as in PIQUE.
Yeah.
Not
because he didn't get that photo op, so he's mad at Modi.
Exactly.
Yeah.
True. Don't come to Berlin. It's basically Istanbul. Did you know the Berlin Istanbul joke? If you drop a nuclear bomb on Istanbul, how many people will die?
Oh my God.
Any ideas?
No, like 1.5 million?
No, almost none, because they're all in Germany anyway.
In Germany.
Dubai trip, total culture shock, clean, open views. I really like Dubai. People, I don't know why people hate on Dubai. It's unapologetic. Is it over the top? Yeah. But I like places that are over the top and are unapologetically. It's when they're trying to be posh that I don't like it. Like Vienna is very, very posh and they're very snooty. They don't like poor people. They don't like immigrants. And I really like that, but Dubai, I love. It's a fantastic city. They have huge urban sanitation problems. They don't have a working sanitation system. Trucks have to go collect poop from everywhere and transport it and things like that. But once they sort it out, very good for them. It's a pleasure to live in Dubai. I haven't met anybody who's lived in Dubai who doesn't like it.
Who disliked it. Okay.
And I have enjoyed all my trips out there without exception. Their airport's a bit low class. I mean, it's a bit of a laborer airport. Daily wage laborer type airport, but theek hai, chalta hai. We'll be in India on December 25th. How to contact you guys? There's a contact.
Like if we do a live show, we'll announce it and you can come to that show and meet us there.
Yes. Leftists say Bibi and Putin are war criminals, killing people, doing destruction and getting away with it. Please don't waste my money. How are they war criminals, bro? They're fighting wars. People die in wars. War criminals are when you take illegal actions in war. It is not that people died when you chose civilians died when you chose a military target. It is that you ordered the bombing of a civilian target. You can order the bombing of a military target knowing that civilians in the neighborhood are going to die.
Yeah.
It is still not a war crime.
Yeah. But it is interesting that whether it's Republican or Democrats, now the opinion in US has like almost completely shifted on the Israelis. Oh, it really has. At least publicly, I don't know कि इसमें policy wise कितना shift हुआ है, but publicly I would say it has completely turned on its head. Both sides, Republicans and Democrats.
Let's see. Yajnavedam, IVC decipherment, your thoughts? I know nothing about this.
Yeah.
I've heard too many claims of IVC decipherment, and I'll tell you why it's impossible. Till you get a long text.
Right.
You don't have to have an interpretive text like the Rosetta Stone that made translating hieroglyphs, Egyptian hieroglyphs, easy. But you need to have long text. You need to have lots of text. Fragments like seals are not enough for decipherment. There is simply not enough, a long enough. Till you get a long enough text, you cannot decipher it, full stop. There is a reason that Minoan linear B has not been deciphered. Exact same reason. Okay.
Let's take this last one. This is going to be the last one. European universities have totally become pro-Palestinian. Their graffiti is everywhere. Do you think a pro-Pak Kashmir movement would also begin like this? अरे वो तो हो ही रहा था ना? You remember 2019?
See, European, they're pro-Palestinian because of intersectionality. Pakistanis have still not been able to capitalize on it. They're trying very hard.
Yeah.
To create, an equivalence between Palestine and this thing, but they're not. And sorry, last question, we'll take it quickly and shut it off. Small nuclear reactors from US. After this, do you think we're going to buy anything from the US?
अब तो plane भी यार France के aren't they building the new generation of fighters with a French company? You don't think that's going to happen?
Listen, as long as the government's leading it, कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. You go to the private sector, 2-3 साल में हो जाएगा.
Yeah, true. Give it to Adani, man. Adani अगले साल तक बनवा देगा. Honestly.
कोई भी private sector में चिंटू पिंटू को भी दे दो बना देगा, but not this one. Number one. And number two, you actually have a fairly thriving ecosystem that will go out of their way to get tech we don't have and internalize it. But you have to understand, you have to make civilian and military. You can't just give them benefits of military because there's not enough volume in military. They have to translate that technology into civil. The kind of throttles you've put on your own industry, you've incentivized a lack of innovation. This is why I said I would have supported Trump tariffs. It was just based on Indian tariffs. But because you are determining our relationship with third countries, it is a strict no-go. Full stop.
All right, guys, we'll call it a day here. Thank you for sending all of your questions. और अगले हफ्ते भी भेजना हमको. And if you find more videos of that Bengali fellow, please वो भी भेजना हमको. हम उसको translate करवाएंगे.
I wanted to point out that Bengali fellow looks a lot like our friend Abhish Banerjee, no?
Does he?
Yeah. Please, everyone, go troll Abhish.
Can you check if that was actually Abhish, please? And if Abhish can send us more videos.
Wasn't. Please go troll him.
Ask Abhish to send us a video so we can actually compare if that's Abhish or not. Ask Abhish to send that exact video. Dancing the same way, singing the same song. Yeah.
But Abhish could never be as gay as that. The only person who could be more gay than that video we saw is Zubair.
Yeah, that's true. That man is very deep in that closet.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. All right, we'll call it a day there, guys. Thanks for joining us today. अगले हफ्ते फिर मिलेंगे. तब तक के लिए टाटा, bye bye, and to all of you,